Washington, the 2 seed, against the 7 seed Jefferson. In the evening session, top seed Morgantown against the number 8 seed Beckley Woodrow Wilson. That is at 5:30, as we've talked about before already on this program. That'll be a very emotional game following the tragic shooting death of a Woodrow Wilson player on Sunday night. And in Game 4 in the quarterfinal round, the 4-5 matchup, Huntington versus University. And it sets up for some interesting semifinals because the Morgantown Woodrow Wilson winner gets the University Huntington winner.
So you could have a Mohawk Bowl in the semifinals.
You could. On the other side, should both Martinsburg and Jefferson win, guess who meets in the semifinals?
Martinsburg and Jefferson for the 3rd time this year.
Yeah. So that would be fun to see. Should both of those teams be able to make it and see who wins under the bright lights on the big stage.
When's the last time 2 teams from the Eastern Panhandle played each other in the state tournament, if ever?
It's been a while. There was a possibility a couple of years back
that Hedgesville and Martinsburg could have met in the state championship, right? Wasn't that an opportunity?
I believe that may have been. And Musselman and Martinsburg, I think, had a chance in the semifinal round perhaps a few years back as well during that 5-year run when Musselman was in it. I'd have to pull out my prior sheets and look back through those alignments. But, yeah, that would be a lot of fun. Wouldn't that be interesting that you would have the final 4 teams coming from basically 2 areas?
Yeah.
2 of them, University and Morgantown, 5 miles apart probably, as the crow flies, at least in Morgantown, and then Jefferson and Martinsburg, while there's a county line in there, not many miles.
Far. Yeah.
So, all right. You'll have to keep an eye on the state boys basketball tournament. Where else but WVMetroNews.com? They have the exclusive contract with the WVSSAC.
Again, file your complaints now. We'll be happy to sign the letter at the bottom.
And we'll be bringing you local high school baseball and softball action. In fact, we have our first softball broadcast on the schedule tonight, again, weather permitting. We got a lot of rain last night and into this morning. I know I got confirmation from Hedgesville High School and Coach Eric Grove that Hedgesville is planning to play tonight at Hedgesville as long as they don't get any more rain, he added in.
We also understand via the Martinsburg Baseball Facebook page that East Hardy doesn't have a JV, so it's a 6 o'clock varsity-only first pitch, but Martinsburg is planning to play as scheduled against East Hardy this evening.
And I'm going to the EPAC page right now to see if I have any other cancellations. And at this stage, I do not. Musselman and, let's see, is it St. Maria Goretti? Yes, are supposed to play over at Goretti. And right now that is still on the schedule. And Spring Mills is scheduled to entertain Berkeley Springs this evening. And as I quickly go over to the Spring Mills page, I don't see anything to say that game is not still on the schedule. So there you go. Washington scheduled to play at Petersburg, and we'll have to effort that one to see. Don't know what the rain situation was like in Petersburg, although we know from a couple of years ago in Little League Baseball, when it rains up there, it rains for days.
It does. And if it's raining in Petersburg, it doesn't mean it's raining in Moorfield when you think there's no way it's not raining in one or the other. And just to clarify, did get a text that apparently you misspoke. Jefferson is hosting Hedgesville in our softball coverage tonight.
Jefferson is hosting Hedgesville.
So Hedgesville is at Jefferson in our high school softball coverage tonight with Colin and Jim. The pregame at 5:40 on all of our talk radio, WRNR, and TV10 entities.
Well, and I think what I was talking was baseball with Eric Grove sending me the message because they got washed out against Frankfort last night. So the baseball team for Hedgesville, I understand, will be playing at home tonight. Again, he said as long as they don't get any more rain. In other words, the field is about as saturated as it could be.
Yeah. And that's the fun time about this year with the humidity, with everything. We, last night setting up at Jefferson, you'd see one band of storms go through, and then you wouldn't see anything but blue skies behind it. And within 5 minutes, all of a sudden there'd be a storm cloud that was coming over again. You're going, all right, how do you prepare for this? How do you set up for this? So always fun this time of year with the temperatures going up and down and the humidity up higher than it normally is. So fun.
The following is a special sports broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg.
Play ball!
It's time for the fun and excitement of West Virginia high school baseball. Today's game is being brought to you by
Smallwood and Small Insurance, Thomas Miller Agent, Administrative Drive, Martinsburg. Cider Press Restaurant, Exit 5, Inwood. Trips Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring in Inwood. Chris Ross with Milestone Realty, Tavern Road, Martinsburg. The Mortgage Center in the Aiken Center, Martinsburg. Dynamark Atlantic Security, your local alarm professional. Holly's VIP Northside, Veronica Drive, Martinsburg. Art McBee Insurance, Martinsburg and Berkeley Springs. D&N Auto Specialists off Tavern Road, Martinsburg. And Heffley Motors, HeffleyMotorCompany.com.
And now for the pregame show. Let's go out to the field and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
High school for softball, our first softball broadcast on TV 10. This is Colin McLaughlin. Alongside me is Jim Klein. Cameraman is Donald Kinney. Our on-field producer is Matt Crawford. Back at the studio is Matt Miller. It is the Hedgesville Eagles, who are 6-0 on the season, taking on the Jefferson Cougars, who are 7-4. So a little bit of a difference there in the amount of games played due to COVID reasons. And Jim, let's look at both teams' schedules so far.
Yeah, well, Hedgesville comes into this matchup looking like the real deal, Colin. I got to tell you, at 92-10, they've outscored opponents in this 6-0 start. Next game being May 6th against Frankfort, and Hedgesville's looking good, man. Their batting average, 520, opponent's batting average at 133, whereas Jefferson's coming in, like you mentioned, your good homework, your good prep skills at 7-4. Having won their last two, though, with Kaiser and Washington, Jefferson looks like this is going to be a nice competition. Looking forward to this game tonight with you, buddy. Thank you.
Yeah, they played last night as well here against Spring Mills. As we get ready here to start, a little bit windy here at Jefferson High School. The field, though, looks playable. When we first arrived, it was a little iffy. There were some puddles there at all the bases, but the grounds crew was able to get it beautiful tonight. A little bit of clouds, but the sun is shining right now. The only thing we have to worry about is this wind with our papers, but everything's taped down, and we're ready to get started here between Hedgesville and Jefferson with first pitch around 6 o'clock. And as I said, Jim, this is the first softball broadcast for TV 10.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here. Live broadcast, and thanks for correcting me. I did misspeak. Spring Mills, it was in a nail biter last night here with Jefferson, pulling out that 2-1 victory, scoring in the 8th to go ahead. And I actually, you know where I got that information from, Colin? I listened to Miller Time live at noon weekdays. My buddy Matt Crawford, Matt Miller, calling those shots, even though it's our first time with live coverage here at the field. Lots of live sports, lots of updates. Listen to the Miller Time commentary, and I'm grateful for that this evening.
Yep, if you love local high school sports, we have it for you. Even tomorrow, Jefferson at Musselman at 6 p.m. And then Friday, it is baseball again for Hedgesville at Spring Mills. That one's going to be at 7 p.m. The only other game that was supposed to be taking place today was Berkeley Springs at Spring Mills, but I believe I saw online that game is postponed. So we're the only game here, and it is Hedgesville taking on Jefferson. We are about 13 minutes away from first pitch. Let's take our first 1-minute break, and when we come back, we'll hear from both teams' head coaches. Again, a 1-minute break. This is high school softball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
WVU Medicine introduces a new minimally invasive hysterectomy surgery to our area. V-Notes is an advanced gynecologic technique that provides many benefits to patients, such as shorter hospital stays, less post-operative pain, faster recoveries, and no visible scars. Dr. Aaron Miller and Dr. Lori Tucker with WVU Medicine OBGYN in Martinsburg are the only OBGYNs in the Baltimore, Washington metropolitan area currently offering this cutting-edge procedure. WVU Medicine, the future of surgery is here.
Welcome back in here to high school softball on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV10. This is Colin McLaughlin. Alongside me is Jim Klein here at Jefferson High School between the Hedgesville Eagles, who are 6-0, and the Jefferson Cougars, who sit at 7-4 here on the season. Let's start with the interview that I had with Jefferson's head coach, Desiree Waters. So how's the team looking so far this season?
Having a roller coaster of a season. That's what I keep telling the girls. We're up and then we're down. So that's how it's going so far.
Getting to play Hedgesville tonight, the first time seeing them, what are you hoping for from your team to pick up a win?
Hoping to see their bats come out more. We started doing that last night, putting the ball in play. We just got to let it fall now. Continued consistency from our pitchers and our defense stepping up behind her.
Definitely a different year due to still going on with COVID and everything. Just what has it been like to finally be back on the softball field?
It's been great. The girls are working together well. They're excited to be here. They're not taking this season for granted, considering what happened last year. So far, so good on our part with the COVID situation. We're just hoping to make it last throughout the season.
All right. Thanks, Coach. Good luck. Again, that was head coach for the Jefferson Lady Cougars, Desiree Waters. Let me get situated here so that we can hear the interview from the Hedgesville head coach, Matt Fort.
Yeah, we got a great matchup here this evening. We have on camera Donald Kenny, Matt Miller in studio, Matt Crawford on site producing, and we're looking forward to this next interview. Colin, whenever you're set.
Yep, here it is, the interview with Matt Fort, the Hedgesville Lady Eagles head coach. The 7th game of the season tonight. How's the team looking so far this year for you guys?
Well, it's really early yet, and it seems like it's really late just because of all the delays and everything that we've had. Some of our girls have been on quarantine 3 times, so we're just really happy to play, that's all. We're really just happy to be out here, and the weather was fortunate enough for us to get this game in tonight, so we're just looking forward to it. That's more than anything else.
6-0 start for the season. What's been the key to your guys' success so far?
We've hit the ball pretty well. Our defense is coming around a little bit. We're just still trying to work all the bugs out, to be honest with you. We're still trying to work the bugs out, get everybody in the right spots, and hopefully we can continue hitting the ball well.
What are you looking for from your team tonight to improve to 7-0?
Like I say, we need to be aggressive in the box, play really solid, clean defense against these folks, and hope our pitchers have their stuff tonight.
What have you seen from Jefferson who you play tonight?
We haven't seen them at all. So we everything's up in the air with everybody around. So some teams have beaten other teams that we didn't expect, and everything's up in the air. So we're just really, like I say, just happy to be out tonight, really.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck. Thank you. Again, that was Hedgesville's head coach, Matt Fort. His assistants are Desiree Hill and Randy Shade. Hedgesville Lady Eagles, as I said, 6-0, looking to remain perfect here at Jefferson High School. Let's take another 1-minute break. When we come back, we will give you the starting lineups for both teams. Again, a 1-minute break. This is high school girls softball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV10.
Remember that last trip to the auto mechanic?
I also think your solenoid gasket is bad.
What?
Yep, that'll be another $500.
Forget that and go to D&N Auto Specialist at 230 Tavern Road, Martinsburg, where honesty is their best policy. Serving the Eastern Panhandle since 1974, D&N Auto is family-owned and operated, specializing in exhaust alignments and tires. From general maintenance to major overhauls, they'll treat you right. Call D&N Auto Specialist at 304-267-4078. This is Matt Miller, along with my wife Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com.
NMLS number 237527, equal housing lender.
Back here at Jefferson High School for girls softball between the Hedgesville Eagles and Jefferson Cougars. It's now time for the starting lineups. Let's start with the Hedgesville Eagles. Leading off for them is the shortstop, Emma Turner, batting second. In center field, Avery Connor. Batting third, the pitcher, Brianna Clinton. Cleanup hitter is the designated hitter, Faith Cooper. Batting fifth and playing at first base is Elizabeth Myers. Catching for Hedgesville and batting in that sixth slot is Brenna Collis. Batting seventh, and at third base, number 16, Jordan Williams. In left field, batting eighth is Alana Ortega. And batting ninth, the second baseman, Ashlyn Ruest. Playing the right field but not batting is the right fielder, Katie Fox. As for Jefferson, their leadoff batter is Lacey Lewis at shortstop. Second is Bethany Piercy at first base. Third is Shelby Harris, the pitcher. Fourth is Emily Mason. Fifth is Kaylee Dalton. Sixth is Riley Tucker. Seventh is Kendall Guy. Eighth is Zoe Bailey. Ninth is Alyssa Logreco. It's now paused for 2 minutes for the national anthem here on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV10.
Heffley Motor Company, serving the Eastern Panhandle for over 17 years. Known for our wide variety of vehicles at great prices, we are the area's only pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer.
Save yourself time and money. Come see us. You'll be glad you did.
And don't forget our popular detailing service to keep your car looking brand new. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local, why not buy local? Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
All right, Matt, when it comes to flooring, you can't beat luxury vinyl. It's waterproof, easy to clean and maintain, extremely durable, and looks great.
Are you nuts? Hardwood flooring's the way to go. It's durable, easy to maintain, matches every decor, and increases the value of your home instantly.
All right, one thing we can agree on is Trips Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring. They'll take care of you with great selection, service, and pricing.
Whether it's hardwood or luxury vinyl, call Trips at 304-229-7009.
Or visit tripsfloorsanding.com.
Carpal tunnel syndrome affects 13 million Americans and left untreated can cause long-term debilitation. WVU Medicine Jefferson Medical Center recently became the first hospital in the region to offer carpal tunnel release with ultrasound guidance using the new Sonex Health SX1 microknife. CTR surgery is an outpatient procedure and most patients return to normal activities within 3 to 6 days. For more info, contact WVU Medicine Board Certified Orthopedic Surgeon Brad Wright at 304-725-2663.
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Having trouble getting your house sold? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as the #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Phone 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
Jefferson High School. This is Colin McLaughlin. Alongside me is Jim Klein here for high school softball between the Hedgesville Eagles and Jefferson Cougars. Our cameraman is Donald Kinney. Producer here at the field is Matt Crawford. Back at the studio is Matt Miller. Getting ready here to start the top of the first between Hedgesville and Jefferson as the Cougars take the field, and Shelby Harris, number 7, will be the pitcher for the Cougars. Batting leadoff for Hedgesville is the shortstop, Emma Turner. On deck is Avery Connor, and then in the hole will be Hedgesville's pitcher, Brianna Clinton. Hedgesville 6-0, Jefferson 7-4. So we get ready to start here at Jefferson High School. Jim, as the clouds are coming in, the sun going away, still very windy here, as you were saying there during the break.
Yeah, I think this is a pitcher's duel right here. Jefferson, windmill pitcher here on the mound, real crisp, sharp throws. It's going to be real tough, I think, for batters to get a read if the wind maintains this kind of velocity coming from the center field and right field side.
As the throwdown here, warm-ups concluding for Jefferson. We'll get ready to start here with Hedgesville up to bat. They are in the dark blue uniforms and the old gold numbers. Jefferson in old gold uniforms with maroon pants as we get ready for the first pitch here from Harris. That one in there to start off the inning. Back in the box here now is Emma Turner, the shortstop, left-handed batter. Second pitch in here. That one taken for a strike. Ball gets back here to Harris. Waits for Turner to get back in the box. Harris back up. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss from Emma Turner. She's down on strikes. That is the first strikeout of the game. Now, Avery Connor will be back up to bat.
Yeah, Coach Ford talked about patience in the box. I'm not sure that's what he was talking about. She definitely went outside the zone, swinging on that high heat.
Now batting is the center fielder, Avery Connor. As Harris steps back on the pitcher's circle, here's the first pitch. Almost a slap bunt there from Avery Connor. She fouls it off into the net here behind the catcher for strike one. Scoreboard finally on here, but it looks like they're going to have to reset it from last night. Still has the final score in the 8th inning, as we mentioned there. Jefferson got a 2-1 win against Spring Mills. Here's the second pitch, that one high for a ball, so it is 1-1 now.
Yeah, I really like the way Harris is pitching. I like that she's mixing it up. Nothing right down the center.
Harris's pitch here, fouled off again here by Avery Connor into the net behind the catcher. The count now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Connor batting .533 this season.
Connor's got that slap swing style, moving in the box.
Pitch here from Harris, high for ball 2. So 2-2 now. Connor just looking back at the umpire, trying to get the count, trying to see where that pitch was as well outside. She steps back in here to the left-sided box. Shelby Harris, here's the pitch. That one slaps right over to the second baseman, pops up. Easy catch there for out number 2. That brings up now Brianna Clinton, who's a righty for Hedgesville. Swing and a miss from Harris.
Clinton batting .389. Hedgesville needs a little something here to get this inning started.
It's Clinton back in the box here. Just the pitch from Harris. That one swung right through by Clinton.
Yeah,
She's laughing about that one as well.
She knows. Way out of the zone. I mean, the pitch was into the left-handed batter's batting box. Catcher had to reach.
Here's the windup in the pitch. That one outside for a ball as Clinton steps out of the box here, looks over to the third base coach. Score 0-0 here in the top of the first between Jefferson and Hedgesville. Here's the pitch from Harris. Swung right through. Strike 3. Second strikeout there. 3 up, 3 down for Hedgesville, and it'll be Jefferson to come up to bat here after a 1-minute break. This is high school softball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all. And Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars, too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Welcome back into Jefferson High School. This is Colin McLaughlin. Alongside me is Jim Klein. High school softball between the Hedgesville Eagles and Jefferson Cougars. We're in the bottom of the first now. Pitching for Hedgesville is Brianna Clinton, who was that last batter there in the top of the first. Struck out swinging. The first batter now for Jefferson is the shortstop, number 2, Lacey Lewis. Lewis batting .364 on the year throughout the 11 games that the Lady Cougars have had so far. Steps in the right-hand batter's box. Clinton now on the bump for the pitcher circle. First pitch right down the middle for strike 1 to Lacey Lewis.
Looked like the inside corner. I'm not sure she liked that pitch, but now she knows. She took a little bit step back, a little bit deeper in the box this time.
Lewis back in. Here's the pitch. That one fouled to the left side, out of play for strike 2 here in the bottom of the first.
She turned on that and left that on top of someone's pickup truck. Coach's pickup truck. Just got word from the streets.
Brianna Clinton's pitch. That one hit by Harris into center field. That's going to be caught by the second baseman, who took a couple steps back. Getting it is Ruest for out number 1.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we were talking about right before the game started, Colin. I think that was a wind-assisted put-out. Second baseman makes a great play. She turns, runs, tracks it down directly into the wind.
Bethany Piercy now up to bat, the first baseman, in the second spot of the lineup for Jefferson. Clinton looking at the catcher. Here's the pitch. That one outside. Bethany Piercy, .261 so far this season. Batting righty. Spins her bat a couple times. Brianna Clinton, 4-0 so far, as the pitch fouled into the crowd over near the first base dugout. The count now 1 ball, 1 strike here, 1 out.
It was a good pitch, good swing. She needs to get her hands out in front. I'd like to see that swing start a little bit sooner, really pull through it.
Clinton's pitch fouled again off the netting there in the first base side from Piercy.
Yeah, she's tracking just a little bit late. Needs a little bit quicker, that's all she needs.
We have a pause in action here as the ball that was just fouled off came back into play. Bethany Piercy back in on the right side. Clinton getting ready for the pitch here.
Yeah.
Pitch is called strike 3. Got her looking. Bethany Piercy down on strikes. 27th strikeout of the season for Brianna Clinton. That brings up the pitcher for Jefferson, Shelby Harris. Still very windy here at Jefferson High School. In the bottom of the first. The first high school softball broadcast on TV 10. Clinton's pitch ripped right down past the shortstop, and that's going to be a base hit single for Shelby Harris. That brings up Emily Mason, the catcher, in the cleanup spot, who bats .346. All right-handed batters here for Jefferson. Mason steps into the box. Clinton gets the pitch. That one hit straight to the first baseman. She's going to step on the base, and that is an easy put out there for Elizabeth Myers to end the inning. So 1 hit there for Jefferson, 1 left on base at the end of the first inning. The score still 0-0 here between Hedgesville and the Jefferson Cougars. Let's take a 1-minute break. And then we'll return for the top of the second inning. Again, a 1-minute break. This is high school softball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
All right, Matt, when it comes to flooring, you can't beat luxury vinyl. It's waterproof, easy to clean and maintain, extremely durable, and looks great.
Are you nuts? Hardwood flooring's the way to go. It's durable, easy to maintain, matches every decor, and increases the value of your home instantly.
All right, one thing we can agree on is Tripp's Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring. They'll take care of you with great selection, service, and pricing.
Whether it's hardwood or luxury vinyl, call Trips at 304-229-7009.
Or visit trippsfloorsanding.com. This is Matt Miller, along with my wife, Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com. NMLS number 237527, equal housing lender.
Jefferson High School is the wind picking up, pinning everything down with everything we have here at our table along the third base side stands. This is Colin McLaughlin alongside me, Jim Klein. We're getting ready to start the top of the second inning, still scoreless between the Hedgesville Eagles and Jefferson Cougars.
Yeah, I'm not sure where else you'd rather be, man. Cinco de Mayo, Jefferson softball field, the wind, the sun, 0-0 shutout through one. Here we go, starting the top of the second.
Starting top of the second, Faith Cooper, the batter for Hedgesville. Pitch from Harris, swung right through it. Strike one there for Faith Cooper.
Yeah, Cooper took a heck of a cut. Man, she makes contact with that. We won't pick that up until the next Cinco de Mayo.
Pitch here, Harris. Fouled by Cooper. Over to the first base side, over where the cows are. That'll be strike number 2. So 0-2 count here in the top of the second. Faith Cooper, the designated player for Hedgesville. Pitch from Harris, high for a ball. Faith Cooper batting .500 on the season for Hedgesville. Pitch from Harris. Outside for a ball, so the count now 2 balls, 2 strikes to Faith Cooper.
Yeah, exactly what Coach wanted. Patience in the box, 2-2 count.
Faith Cooper, a right-handed batter. There's the pitch from Harris. That one fouled off and going over to where everybody's allowed to enter here at the softball field, so the count remains 2-2. Will be Cooper, Myers, then Collis. As pitch from Harris, ripped down that line and just foul on the third base side. Got a hold of that one. Would have been a bullet for Cooper if it stayed fair, but the count will remain 2-2, Jim.
Yeah, she was a little bit late on that last swing, fouled it back. That time she was all over it.
Cooper back in the box here. 2-2's the count. Shelby Harris's pitch swung right through. Third strikeout for Harris on the game. That'll be the first out here in the top of the second.
Great pitch by Harris. Harris came inside. Cooper guessed right. Pulled it up the left field line. Harris comes back with some high heat on the outside for the K.
Brings up Elizabeth Myers, the first baseman for Hedgesville. Pitch from Harris swung right through it. Strike one. Timing is off right now for Hedgesville.
Yeah, but they're aggressive. Man, I mean, they're swinging for the fence.
Myers batting .750, right-handed batter again for Hedgesville. Swung right through it. That second pitch by Harris was a bullet, strike 2. 1 out, nobody on base. Elizabeth Myers, the first baseman, back in the righty box. Pitch from Harris, fouled off over the press box. Out of play. Count remains 0-2 with 1 out.
I like the decision by Harris. You know, it's a hittable ball, but it was definitely out of the zone. Making the batter chase something that questionable pitch. Definitely pitcher's advantage.
Myers, the 5th batter for Hedgesville. Hedgesville went 3 up, 3 down last inning as this pitch from Harris fouled off by Myers. to the first base side, out of play. The count will remain no balls, 2 strikes.
And Myers got to protect the plate in that situation. Might have been a little bit low. She had to take the cut.
Elizabeth Myers is a junior from Hedgesville. The pitch from Harris, high. So the count now 1-2 here in the top of second. Myers steps back in the box. Pitch from Shelby Harris. Swung grounder right underneath the third baseman's glove into the left field. That's going to be a single for Elizabeth Myers.
She really slowed her swing down there. A little more compact. Got her bat out in front. Nice little contact. Playable ball by the third baseman, but it was good contact. Good cut. Good pitch by Harris as well. It was all around good play.
Yeah, Dalton tried to reach down to get the ball. Just missed right underneath her glove, and that'll bring up Collis, the catcher. First pitch from Harris swung right through it, so that's the first strike here for Hedgesville. Brenna Collis batting .438 on the year. Runner on first. The pitch outside for a ball. So 1 ball, 1 strike now, 1 out. Up the bat is Brenna Collis in the top of the second. Shelby Mason has the pitch here to the shortstop. Gets it to second base for the fielder's choice. So Elizabeth Myers is now out. Going to first base is Collis. 2 out, bringing up Jordan Williams.
Nice, quick, safe play. I like that. Taking the lead runner. Shortstop fielded cleanly. Quick turn. Nice play.
2 outs here in the top of the second. First pitch from Harris. Slow grounder straight to the second baseman. Greco gets it over to Piercy for the third out. That'll be the end of the top of the second here. The score still 0-0. Let's take a 1-minute break, and then we'll return for the bottom of the second inning. Again, a 1-minute break. This is high school softball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Babe, I'm hungry.
Where do you want to go?
I don't know. You pick.
Chinese?
No, not feeling it.
Mexican?
No, we just had that over the weekend.
You pick.
Let's go to the Cider Press restaurant. They have a new smoker burger. I think you'd really like it.
The Cider Press restaurant inside Taylor's Farm Market has what you're craving, where the food is fresh and you feel right at home. Exit 5 right off I-81 in Inwood or online at ciderpressdeliandgrill.com.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
Welcome back here to Jefferson High School, bottom of the second inning. Score still 0-0 between the Jefferson Cougars and Hedgesville Eagles. This is Colin McLaughlin. Alongside me is Jim Klein. Cameraman is Donald Kinney. Here working the iPad, making sure everything runs smoothly, is Matt Crawford. And back at the studio making sure we're on air is Matt Miller. Warm-ups for Hedgesville are through, and it will bring Kaylee Dalton up to bat for Jefferson.
Yeah, man, this is an all-star crew tonight, man. Matt Crawford and Matt Miller, hosts of the Lunchtime Sports Talk Miller Time. But I'm telling you what, we got the better gig today. Outside in the sun and the wind here at Cougar Field.
Yeah, don't lose your papers there, Jim, as the wind picks up here.
I'm ready, baby. I'm ready.
Pitch, strike to Dalton. Count now 0-1 here in the bottom of the second. Brianna Clinton's pitch, getting ready for the right-handed batter. Hit hard, grounder to the second baseman, trying to get it to first. Safe. Hustling there is Dalton to start off with a single in the top of the second.
Yeah, Dalton ran it out. It was a little bit of a soft dribbler. Second baseman needs to charge that ball, make a quick turn. Dalton got there in time.
Amber Ruiz tried to make a play on it to get it over to Elizabeth Myers. Just didn't get it there in time. Riley Tucker now up to bat with a runner on first. Jefferson here in the bottom of the second. Pitch, it's a bunt right back to the pitcher.
That's trouble.
Clinton got it, tried to get it to first. Not in time, so she's safe. Quickly throwing it over to second to try to get Dalton, who was off the base, but she gets right back in and is safe as well. So nobody out, runners on first and second. Excuse me, they did say that one got in there in time, so Tucker is out.
She's scoring that a sacrifice, Mr. Collin?
Yeah, because it's a bunt, so sack bunt there. Brings up Kendall Guy. Kendall Guy swings right through that pitch. Clinton now has the pitcher's count at 0-1, bottom of the second. Dalton on second base here for Jefferson. Guy batting .286. Second pitch from Clinton. Swung right through it very slowly as Kendall Guy for strike two.
Yeah, made her decision, live and die by it, out of the zone. She swung at the high pitch. She knew it wasn't there.
Kendall Guy, the left fielder. Pitch from Clinton, right through it again. Kendall Guy, 3 straight pitches, swung right through for the second strikeout of the evening by Brianna Clinton. That is the second out now. Zoe Bailey, the 8th batter, up to bat for Jefferson. Bailey, the right fielder, another right-handed batter for Jefferson. Brianna Clinton back on the pitcher's mound at the circle. Pitch fouled off by Bailey into the first base dugout for strike one. So Kaylee Dalton on second base after her leadoff single in the bottom of the second, advanced on the sacrifice bunt from Tucker. Pitch from Clinton, low, called strike right at the knees. No balls, 2 strikes here, 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Zoe Bailey trying to get the first run for Jefferson on the evening with a runner on second. Pitch just outside from Clinton. 1 ball, 2 strikes now.
Any kind of mishandle here by the catcher. I wonder if Dalton's going to take off. Good to see a little action at the hot corner.
Dalton stands on second. Pitch from Clinton fouled off and over towards the cars on the first base side. The count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Zoe Bailey getting some encouragement from Jefferson's dugout on the third base side. Steps back into the box. Brianna Clinton's pitch just fouled off, having to quickly get a piece of that at the last second to remain alive here in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, if she's staying alive, she's making contact. She's got to start swinging a little bit sooner, move those hands a little bit more quickly through the ball. She's a good at bat. She's had a lot of chances to see the pitch.
Zoe Bailey batting .071 as the pitch from Clinton fouled off again. So a long at bat here for Zoe Bailey, the 8th batter in the lineup for Jefferson.
Yeah, a lot of looks here, a lot of looks. The more looks like this, the more advantage I'd say goes to the batter. Like to see something outside the zone here.
Brianna Clinton trying to get out of this inning. The pitch called strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts will end it for Jefferson in the bottom of the second. Still scoreless. Let's take a 1-minute break before the top of the third. This is high school softball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Heffley Motor Company, serving the Eastern Panhandle for over 17 years. Known for our wide variety of vehicles at great prices, we are the area's only pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer.
Save yourself time and money. Come see us. You'll be glad you did.
And don't forget our popular detailing service to keep your car looking brand new. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local, why not buy local? Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
WVU Medicine introduces a new minimally invasive hysterectomy surgery to our area. V-Notes is an advanced gynecologic technique that provides many benefits to patients, such as shorter hospital stays, less post-operative pain, faster recoveries, and no visible scars. Dr. Aaron Miller and Dr. Lori Tucker with WVU Medicine OBGYN in Martinsburg are the only OBGYNs in the Baltimore, Washington metropolitan area currently offering this cutting-edge procedure. WVU Medicine, the future of surgery is here.
Back here at Jefferson High School, start of the third inning between the Hedgesville Eagles and Jefferson Lady Cougars. High school softball and talk radio, WRNR and TV10. This is Colin McLaughlin. Alongside me is Jim Klein. Cameraman is Donald Kinney. Producer here at the field is Matt Crawford. Back in the studio is Matt Miller. Hitting off the top of the third for Hedgesville is Alana Ortega. Pitch here from Shelby Harris, low for a ball to start the top of the third.
Good patience by Ortega. Came in the game batting .467. Sure, Hedgesville would like to see somebody get something started, and maybe Ortega's the person for the job.
Pitch number 2 here from Shelby Harris, called a strike as Ortega decided to let it go by her. So 1 ball, 1 strike now for Alana Ortega, the left fielder for the Lady Eagles. Pitch from Harris fouled off into the netting behind the backstop. Count now 1-2. Ortega batting .467 on the season. Pitch from Harris. Just inside it looked like from our angle, so a ball. 2-2 is the count now. That one was very close, though.
Yeah, I thought that was called a strike earlier. Harris looked a little confused as to why it wasn't called that time.
Pitch from Harris. Popped up into the air from Ortega, and Harris will get the catch.
She does it all. Harris says, if I don't strike you out, I'll pop you out and catch it myself. Good defense, good play.
That'll bring up Ashlyn Ruest. Second baseman for Hedgesville, batting .857. Top of the third inning, 1 out, nobody on base. Hedgesville up to bat. The pitch from Harris going into center field. Left fielder calls it and makes the catch there in left center.
Yeah,
Kendall Guy getting the out.
Yeah, not an easy play. I mean, the first step was backwards. The left fielder had to come in, heavy wind. That was not what you would consider a routine fly ball to left center field.
Yeah, we were having perfect weather there before that. Here at the start of the top of the third, the wind stopped, and then as soon as that pitch came in, the hit went into play as the ball fouled off here from Emma Turner back at the top of the order. But right as that ball was in play is when that wind picked right back up.
Yeah, I need to tape my cell phone down. I mean, I'm telling you what, we're getting some gusts. That's what I would say.
Always windy here in Jefferson County. The pitch fouled off again from Emma Turner. Strike 2 now. Shelby Harris still pitching very well for the Jefferson Lady Cougars. Top of the third, 2 outs, 2 strikes. Harris trying to get the 4th strikeout of the evening for herself and the Jefferson Cougars. Here's the pitch. Just outside. So a ball there. 1-2 is the count. Emma Turner struck out in her last at bat. Start the top of the first. Swinging.
Mason framed that. She wanted the umpire to take a look at that for a little bit.
Pitch from Harris popped into the air. Shortstop getting it right at center field. Falls, but hangs on to it. That will be the end of the top of the third. Lacey Lewis gets the out. We'll head to the bottom of the third inning. Score still 0-0 between Jefferson and Hedgesville. Let's take a 1-minute break. This is high school softball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV10.
This is Matt Miller, along with my wife, Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com. NMLS number 237527, equal housing lender. Remember that last trip to the auto mechanic?
I also think your solenoid gasket is bad.
What?
Yep, that'll be another $500.
Forget that and go to D&N Auto Specialist at 230 Tavern Road, Martinsburg, where honesty is their best policy. Serving the Eastern Panhandle since 1974, D&N Auto is family-owned and operated, specializing in exhaust alignments and tires. From general maintenance to major overhauls, they'll treat you right. Call D&N Auto Specialist at 304-267-4078.
Back for the bottom of the third inning at Jefferson High School. Colin McLaughlin alongside me is Jim Klein. Alyssa LoGreco, the leadoff batter for the bottom of the third. Jefferson up to bat. She is in the 9th slot of the lineup, so it'll be LoGreco, Lewis, and then Piercy. Pinch here, bunted to the third base side. Picking it up, quickly running in is Williams. Gets it over to first base for the out. Trying to play the small ball for Jefferson as it rolled foul. So LoGreco still up the bat. Pitch from Clinton. Swing and a miss there from LoGreco.
Yeah, that ball didn't go foul. LoGreco was going to be safe at first. I mean, it was a picture-perfect bunt, and I bet she's wishing Jefferson poured the chalk a little heavier.
No balls, 2 strikes in the bottom of the third as the sun goes behind some clouds. Called strike 3. Brianna Clinton gets the fourth strikeout for herself. 2 looking, 2 swinging. Brianna Clinton now has 30 strikeouts through 5 games that she's pitched this season. Clinton's pitch to Lacey Lewis, high for a ball. Bottom of the third, and as you said at the beginning of the broadcast, Jim, a pitcher's duel so far. Lewis lines it right to the third baseman, hits her in the legs, darting it over. Great play there by Jordan Williams to get the out.
Great play. Now, she took one, though, in the quad. Here's hoping she's okay. Hopefully just a little bit of a stinger, but she definitely took it square in the middle of the quadricep, and she is working to shake it off right here at this moment.
At the huddle here at the pitching circle.
If she hung in, made the throw. I mean, it was a major league throw to first base after taking it off the leg like that.
Head coach Matt Fort just checking in on Williams, making sure she's okay. Laughing it off now. We wait to resume action. It'll be nobody on base, 2 outs. Bethany Piercy up to bat for the Jefferson Cougars.
It was a great swing. Great swing by Jefferson. Got just very good defensive play. Not a whole lot of time to react in that situation, and glad to see she's okay, ready to keep playing it.
Bethany Piercy, the first baseman for Jefferson, struck out looking in her first at bat. Pitch here from Brianna Clinton, low for a ball. Bottom of the third inning at Jefferson High School. The score, 0-0 between the Hedgesville Eagles and Jefferson Cougars. Pitch from Clinton, grounded by Piercy, right back to Clinton. Throws it over to the first baseman, Myers, for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down go the Jefferson Cougars. Head to the top of the 4th inning now. Let's take a 1-minute break. As I said, the score, 0-0. This is high school softball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV10.
All right, Matt, when it comes to flooring, you can't beat luxury vinyl. It's waterproof, easy to clean and maintain, extremely durable, and looks great.
Are you nuts? Hardwood flooring's the way to go. It's durable, easy to maintain, matches every decor, and increases the value of your home instantly.
All right, one thing we can agree on is Trips Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring. They'll take care of you with great selection, service, and pricing.
Whether it's hardwood or luxury vinyl, call Trips at 304-229-7009.
Or visit tripsfloorsanding.com.
Heffley Motor Company, serving the Eastern Panhandle for over 17 years. Known for our wide variety of vehicles at great prices, we are the area's only pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer.
Save yourself time and money. Come see us. You'll be glad you did.
And don't forget our popular detailing service to keep your car looking brand new. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local, why not buy local? Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
North we go at Jefferson High School. The wind picking right back up. Each time a commercial comes, it stops. I think it's watching as well on TV10. Jefferson. Shelby Harris so far so good at the pitcher circle.
That's trouble.
First pitch here. Bunted. Wild throw there, and it'll be a base hit to start the top of the 4th for Avery Connor.
Yeah, it was a great bunt. Harris's right side. She had to step off the mound, field the ball, and throw it to first. As we were talking about in between innings, both pitchers have played very well defensively. That was just a very difficult situation for Harris. She still did a great job.
Brianna Clinton now up to bat. She's going to bunt it right back to Harris, throwing it over to first for the out. but advancing to second is Avery Connor. So the sacrifice bunt there. A lot of small ball so far, as it is that pitcher's duel that Jim said.
Yeah, Harris did a better job. She got a second opportunity to play the exact same situation. She came off the mat a little bit quicker that time, took the extra step, made a great throw to first base.
Faith Cooper, the designated player up the bat, struck out in the second inning. Rips that pitch from Harris down the line, and foul. Saw that in her first at bat, I believe, as well, on that left field side. Just a bullet.
Yeah,
if that would have been fair, Hedgesville would have took the lead most likely.
I think they had to move the coach's car the last time she was at bat. She was hitting that into a field off of Route 9. That's how far she was hitting it.
Faith Cooper back into the right-handed box. Pitch from Harris. Fouling it off is Cooper over the press box. No balls, 2 strikes now with a runner on second. Still very windy here and no sun. A lot of clouds coming in at the Jefferson High School softball fields. Pitch from Harris to Cooper. Inside for a ball, so 1 ball, 2 strikes now with 1 out in the top of the 4th inning.
Yeah, I like that pitch. I like that pitch because Cooper's been very aggressive. Maybe get a bailout there.
Pitch from Harris high, going into the backstop, bouncing off right back to the catcher, but advancing to third is Avery Connor.
Yeah, Connor walked into to third on that wild pitch.
Off a fastball that just got by Mason. Fortunately for her, though, it didn't go wild. It bounced right back. And a base hit here down that left field line, and that's going to be an RBI single for Faith Cooper. Hedgesville now leads 1-0 in the top of the 4th. Ball was ripped straight down the line. Hard to see from our angle, so just had to wait for the fair call from the home plate umpire.
Yeah, Cooper was eating up those inside pitches. I was Harris. Maybe at 1 and 2, I would have worked the ball outside a little bit more there, made her try to reach, extend her hands, but she really gave Cooper an opportunity to turn on it and made him pay.
Elizabeth Myers up the bat now. She singled in her last at bat and then was out on the fielder's choice from Collis. So the score now 1-0. Hedgesville leads Jefferson in the top of the 4th inning. Runner on first is Faith Cooper after the RBI single. Elizabeth Myers now up to bat, the first baseman for Hedgesville. Shelby Harris slowing down the game now. The pitch from Harris, high. Almost went by the catcher, Emily Mason, but was able to grab that one. Already have seen 1 wild pitch so far. As we have a timeout called, and we're going to have a courtesy runner, it looks like, coming in for Hedgesville. So Faith Cooper will now get on the bench as she's the designated player. Can't tell who that is pinch running because they have a hoodie on.
Yeah, well, listen, Myers
no number that we're able to see.
Myers leading the team in RBIs. This is a tough out right here for Harris. Harris needs to settle down, take her time, make a good pitch. Myers leading the team right now with 16 RBIs. This is not who you want to be facing in this situation with a runner on first and 1 out.
Shelby Harris was good through the first 3 innings. Now a little bit of trouble here in the 4th. Hedgesville 6-0 on the season. Jefferson 7-4. Elizabeth Myers up the bat in the top of the 4th. Score 1-0. Pitch here from Harris. High for a ball, so 2 balls, no strikes with 1 out. Faith Cooper on first base. She has the RBI that gave Hedgesville the lead earlier this inning. Shelby Harris's pitch. Swinging right through it is Myers for the first strike of the at-bat.
Yeah, Myers was hungry. I mean, she swung for the fence, and no reason looking at that swing to believe that she's not the leader in RBIs. If she makes contact, that's going to go a long ways.
Pitch from Harris.
That's going to be trouble.
Getting a piece of it is Myers to the right side, down that first base line, just hooking foul. That'll be 2-2 now.
Yeah, that lands a foot to the left. The courtesy runner ends up rounding a third, making a decision whether or not there's going to be a play at the plate. Good contact.
1 out, top of the 4th inning at Jefferson High School. Elizabeth Myers, the right-handed batter, back in the box. Shelby Harris. Pitch swung right through from Myers. The 4th strikeout of the evening for Harris. Brenna Collis now up to bat for Hedgesville. Score 1-0, the Eagles leading the Cougars. Collis takes the first pitch from Harris outside, ball 1. Through the first 3 innings, it was very quick pitcher's duel, but right here in the 4th, started with a single, and Hedgesville has been able to get the bats moving just a little bit. That pitch fouled off.
Harris
1-1 now.
Yep, Harris creeping up in the zone a little bit. Collis kind of chased that.
Pitch from Harris. Collis gets a piece of it. The center field. It's going to bounce right in front of the wall. Center fielder trying to throw it in. Rounding third, heading home is that pinch runner. And scoring. So the score now 2-0 as it is a stand-up double for Collis. Hedgesville, as I said, the bats are moving. They now lead in the top of the 4th, 2-0.
Yeah, hard for Collis to get an RBI with Myers cleaning the base all year long. So a deep drive, she found the gap. Courtesy runner ends up with the easy score.
Pitch from Harris to Williams for a ball. 6th batter of this half inning for Hedgesville. Harris pitches it. Fastball just inside, called strike. 1-1 is the count now. 2 outs. Runner on second base for Hedgesville. Jordan Williams grounded out in her first at bat of the evening. Pitch swung right through by Williams. The count now at 1-2. Harris trying to avoid any more damage and get out of this one. She already has 1 strikeout in this inning. Pitch high for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Runner on second base in the top of the 4th at Jefferson High School. Hedgesville leads the Cougars 2-0. Jordan Williams, third baseman, swing and a miss. Another strikeout there for Shelby Harris, and that will be the end of the top of the 4th. 2 runs came through. Hedgesville now leads 2-0. Let's take a 1-minute break. Then we'll return for the bottom of the 4th inning. It'll be Jefferson up to bat. Again, a 1-minute break. This is high school softball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood and Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
Babe, I'm hungry.
Where do you want to go?
I don't know. You pick.
Chinese?
No, not feeling it.
Mexican?
No, we just had that over the weekend.
You pick.
Let's go to the Cider Press restaurant. They have a new smoker burger. I think you'd really like it.
The Cider Press restaurant inside Taylor's Farm Market has what you're craving, where the food is fresh and you feel right at home. Exit 5 right off I-81 in Inwood, or online at ciderpressdeliandgrill.com.
Welcome back to Jefferson High School. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Hedgesville 2, Jefferson nothing. That last half inning, Avery Connor started it off for Hedgesville, and then 6 batters later, 2 runs later, the Lady Eagles are in the lead. It's now time to see if Jefferson can respond. It'll be Harris, Mason, and then Dalton up to bat to start the bottom of the 4th inning.
Yeah, the game started as a pitcher's duel with a lot of self-help by the pitchers, playing real good defense in the field. This is an opportunity for Jefferson, for Harris to come out and show us some offense.
As Brianna Clinton's warm-ups conclude, the pitcher for Jefferson, who singled in her first at bat, Shelby Harris, is up to bat. Right-handed batter coming into today, batting .387. Brianna Clinton, the ace for Hedgesville's first pitch of the inning, taken for strike one by Harris.
Yeah, Harris, good idea. She takes the first pitch. You know, pitcher versus pitcher. She's seen her one time, and here's a chance for Clinton to get a little payback after that last base hit.
Second pitch from Clinton, fouled off into the backstop for strike two. No balls, 2 strikes now. Clinton trying to get her 5th strikeout of the evening. Pitcher versus pitcher here at Jefferson. Shelby Harris back into the batter's box. Pitch from Clinton, fouled off into the net behind home plate. So the count remains 0-2.
Still alive, got to keep swinging. Good defense there at the plate. She's in good. She knows what her situation is. 0-2 count. She's going to protect the plate, stay aggressive. Like to see her put the ball in play right here.
Big gap in between first and second baseman, and then the shortstop as the pitch here popped into left field. Sounds like it'll drop.
Fair ball.
And that'll be a stand-up double by Shelby Harris to start the bottom of the 4th inning. Hard to see down that line as we're here in the third base side. Bleachers who just had to wait for a reaction from the Jefferson dugout.
Even with the lull in wind, it did die down a little bit, knock on wood. It's still a difficult situation with the wind blowing in from center field. That bloop between the shortstop and left fielder dropped in.
So that's the second hit by Shelby Harris. Emily Mason now up to bat. Pitch from Clinton in for ball 1. Runner on second base. Hedgesville leads 2-0. The pitch from Clinton grounded right back by Harris off the glove, and that'll be a either hit or error. We'll wait for the official call. Runners on the corners now with nobody out.
Don't give me the pencil, Colin. I'm calling that a hit. That went right by Clinton, but it was right off of her opposite, her throwing hand, so she's in a real awkward position after pitching the ball.
So after we saw the bats get going for Hedgesville in the top of the 4th, Jefferson starting to respond. Runners on the corners. 2-0's the score. Hedgesville leads. Clinton's pitch. Outside, ball 1 to Dalton.
Yeah, this is where we get to see Clinton's mettle. I mean, hot corners. We got runners on first and third with no outs. Any kind of contact right here is going to be some trouble.
Pitch from Clinton right down the middle, and a steal. No throw from the catcher, Brianna Collis. So now 2 runners in scoring position for Jefferson. That's something that I've always liked and always hoped teams would do more. If there's only 1 or nobody out, runners on the corners always get that steal.
I call that defensive indifference.
It's the pitch here from Clinton, called for a strike. Kaylee Dalton singled in her first at-bat. Now has an opportunity to tie the game up with a long hit. Pitch from Clinton, just outside, so the count now 2 balls, and I believe 1 strike. We're in the bottom of the 4th here at Jefferson High School. Hedgesville 2, Jefferson nothing. But there's nobody out and 2 runners in scoring position. Pitch from Clinton fouled off into the first base bleachers by Dalton. Emily Mason stands on second for Jefferson. Shelby Harris on third. Dalton trying to stay alive. Nobody out. Brianna Clinton's pitch. Grounded foul into the third base side. Dalton staying alive. Already 1 for 1 on the evening. Batting .323 coming into today. Right-handed batter getting ready for another pitch from Clinton. Pitch popped up into center field. Will it drop? It does. So that'll be a RBI single for Kaylee Dalton. The score now 2-1. Jefferson still trails Hedgesville.
Yeah, shallow center field, wind blowing in, very difficult for the center field to be able to make that play. Harris, great base running. She knew that she had the time to be able to take a couple steps down the third baseline and safely tag if that's what was needed, and she scored easily on the base hit.
And due to that being a pop-up that the base runners were not too sure if it was going to be caught or not by the center fielder for Hedgesville, Avery Connor. Emily Mason stayed at second base, so Dalton on first, Mason on second. Still nobody out in the bottom of the fourth. The score 2-1. Riley Tucker up to bat. Sacrificed bunt in her first at bat as the wind whipping right back in from behind us on the third base side. Tried to get another bunt attempt past ball. Runners will advance, so runners on second and third now. Nobody out. Jefferson still down 1 here in the bottom of the fourth, but they have some life.
Yeah, that's costly. Taking away the force with the pass ball. Runners first and second with no outs. Now second and third with no outs.
Pitch from Clinton. Tucker gets the bunt. Clinton tries to throw it back at home. It's a wild ball. 1 run scores. Pitch coming right back. Bobbling it. 2 runs will score. And all the way to third base is Riley Tucker. What a plethora of events there. Jefferson takes the lead 3-2. Beautiful bunt there by Riley Tucker. And then just after that, it went back and forth between the pitcher, the catcher, and then coming in as well, the third baseman. Nobody was able to get a hold of it. That would have been an easy put out as Dalton was coming home. But instead, the ball was lost, and Jefferson takes the lead.
Yeah, the first attempt at home plate, almost like a shuffle pass, it ends up a little bit errant. And then the second attempt is a bullet from about 7 feet. Very difficult to be handled. Both runs score. And in even more difficult situation for Hedgesville with no outs, now a runner on third. And you have to wonder what Jefferson's thinking right now. Are you going to lay one down, put the run on the board, or you're going to let him swing away and see what plays out?
So before the fourth inning, Jefferson only had 2 hits. So far here in this inning, they've had 4 straight as Kendall Guy will be up to bat. Brianna Clinton still pitching for Hedgesville as they now trail 3-2. The pitch called strike 1 to Kendall Guy. Kendall Guy struck out swinging their first at bat there in the second inning. Runner on third for Jefferson. Still nobody out. Pitch from Clinton to Guy. Called strike 2. A lot of chatter here coming from Jefferson's dugout. Clinton's pitch popped up, and it'll go out of play on that first base side as the wind takes it. So the count will remain, no balls, 2 strikes. Still nobody out in the bottom of the fourth. Jefferson now leads 3-2 after they've responded with 3 runs of their own here in the bottom of the fourth after Hedgesville took a 2-0 lead in the top of the inning. Clinton's pitch ripped by Guy right to the first baseman for the first out. Catching that is Myers very easily.
Yeah, Myers, a great play. And she turned immediately. There's no chance of a tag. Good defensive play by Hedgesville.
Zoe Bailey will now be up to bat. She struck out looking in her first at bat. 1 out, runner on third. Jefferson still up to bat in the bottom of the fourth. Pitch bunted. And a play over to first base. Clinton gets the out, throwing it back home as waiting to advance was Tucker, called safe.
I'm not certain about that.
Waiting to see here. The score is 4-2 unless there's a challenge.
The plate was blocked. I'm not certain how she could not be out, but it's a great play. They checked the runner at third, made a good throw to first base, very quick release back home.
So the score now 4-2. Alyssa LoGreco up to bat. The ball low for ball 1. So nobody on base now. Damage has been done for Jefferson as they lead by 2 runs. Brianna Clinton Pitch here to LaGreco. That one low for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th inning. The sun is behind a lot of clouds here at Jefferson High School, so the temperature is dropping as the game goes on. The pitch from Brianna Clinton called for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike now.
Clinton just needs to settle down. Keep throwing her game right here.
LaGreco struck out looking to to start the bottom of the 3rd inning. Pitch now. High to LaGreco. The count now 3-1. The wind picking up.
Yeah,
some more.
I think Clinton was just guiding that. She not a real quick snap. Ball didn't come off. Kind of floated in a little bit high. Got to regain her composure, confidence right here. Make a strong, aggressive pitch.
Brianna Clinton trying to get Hedgesville out of the inning. The pitch off the catcher's glove, but nobody on base, so nobody can advance. Brianna Collis picks it up, gets it back to her pitcher, Brianna Clinton. Count full now, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. In the bottom of the 4th, Alyssa LaGreco up to bat. Here's the payoff pitch from Clinton, and it hits her hand. So LaGreco will advance on a hit by pitch. That'll bring up the top of the lineup, Lacey Lewis.
Yeah, see the difference between the pitches? The snap versus looked like she's guiding the ball at times here. Got to regain that confidence that she was throwing with earlier.
Pitch from Clinton to Lacey Lewis, low for a ball. 4-2 is the score. Jefferson leads Hedgesville. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Pitch from Clinton. Right back to Lewis in the dirt for ball 2. Lacey Lewis 0 for 2 today. In the 1st inning, flew out to the 2nd baseman, and then in the 3rd, grounded out to 3rd base. Pitch from Clinton, pops it up to the shortstop, and that'll be the 3rd out, but not before. Jefferson scored 4 runs. At the end of 4, Jefferson 4, Hedgesville 2. Let's take a 1-minute break, and then we'll be at the top of the 5th. This is high school softball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Carpal tunnel syndrome affects 13 million Americans and left untreated can cause long-term debilitation. WVU Medicine Jefferson Medical Center recently became the first hospital in the region to offer carpal tunnel release with ultrasound guidance using the new Sonex Health SX1 microknife. CTR surgery is an outpatient procedure and most patients return to normal activities within 3 to 6 days. For more info, contact WVU Medicine Board Certified Orthopedic Surgeon Brad Wright at 304-725-2663.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
To Jefferson High School, top of the 5th inning is a 4-2 lead now for Jefferson after a wild 4th inning. Hedgesville started with 2 runs. Jefferson responded with 4. Alana Ortega up to bat. Here's the pitch. Ripped to the shortstop, and that'll be out number 1 to start the top of the 5th. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Yeah, in many of these situations, that type of hit to the outfield has been difficult for the defense to manage because of the wind blowing in. But in that case, a soft line drive, shortstop has plenty of time to adjust.
Lacey Lewis just had to take 1 or 2 steps over to her left. Shelby Harris with a pitch to Ruest. Fouls it off into the netting behind home plate. Ruest in her first at bat flew out to left field. Pitch from Harris. Fouling it off again to the first base side is Ruest. So no balls, 2 strikes now with 1 out in the top of the 5th.
Yeah, well, Ruest doesn't make very many outs. Coming into this game, she was 12 of 14.
Pitch from Harris. High for a ball, so the count now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ashlyn Ruest, the second baseman for Hedgesville, trying to get another rally going in the top of the 5th as the Lady Eagles now trail by 2. Trying to keep their perfect season alive. Pitch from Harris, getting a piece of it, grounding it over to first base is Ruest. Picking it up is Piercy for the out. So 2 outs in the top of the 5th. And I'll bring up the top of the order for Hedgesville, Emma Turner. Pitch from Harris, ripped over to the batting cage on the third base side for strike 1. Shelby Harris back into the groove of things to start the top of the 5th, trying to get a 3 up, 3 down. The pitch from Harris is fouled off by Turner.
You can just see the way that the pitchers adjust their confidence level based on where they are in the situation. At 2-0, Harris started to look a little bit shaky, and she's regained her composure.
Harris's pitch just high for a ball, so 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on base for Hedgesville in the top of the 5th. The score still 4-2. Emma Turner up to bat. She struck out in her first at bat and then flew out to the shortstop. Shelby Harris, pitch right down the middle. Caught Turner looking at strike 3, and that'll be that for Hedgesville in the top of the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. At the end of the top of the 5th, it's Jefferson 4, Hedgesville 2. Let's take a 1-minute break. This is high school softball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Remember that last trip to the auto mechanic?
I also think your solenoid gasket is bad.
What?
Yep, that'll be another $500.
Forget that and go to D&N Auto Specialist at 230 Tavern Road, Martinsburg, where honesty is their best policy. Serving the Eastern Panhandle since 1974, D&N Auto is family-owned and operated, specializing in exhaust alignments and tires. From general maintenance to major overhauls, they'll treat you right. Call D&N Auto Specialist at 304-267-4078.
A reputation for caring, a legacy of service. At Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, it's been our story since 1880. A family-owned business, we support the needs and wishes of families. We offer traditional services, as well as many options for cremation, customized remembrances, and pre-planning. Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations retains its family atmosphere and stays true to its roots. Contact us for advanced planning, or at your time of loss. We're here when you need us.
Welcome back to Jefferson High School. We apologize. We understand that still not on the air for Comcast Channel 10. We're doing the best we can to get that. Hopefully you're still enjoying on WRNR Martinsburg's YouTube page, as well as Talk Radio WRNR on the airwaves. This is Colin McLaughlin. Alongside me is Jim Klein, cameraman Donald Kinney. Back at the studio is Matt Miller, and rushing back to the studio to get things on for Comcast Channel 10 is Matt Crawford, who's doing a great job tonight. We're glad to be able to bring you our first softball broadcast for TV 10. Bottom of the 5th inning, Brianna Clinton still pitching for Hedgesville, and up to bat is Bethany Piercy.
Yeah, Piercy didn't like the delay. She asked for time.
Pitch from Clinton fouled off by Piercy to the first base side for strike 1. As that wind still coming in. A lot of people bundled up here, and I'm slowly as this game goes on regretting that I wore shorts, Jim.
I'm going to have to buy you Scotch tape. I've got so many things taped down. My cell phone, my car keys.
It's Clinton's pitch here for strike 2, swung right through by Piercy. But yeah, it was a beautiful day to start off. I wasn't sure if this game was going to get played or not because of the rain, but grounds crew did a great job as we get here the pitch from Clinton, called strike 3. Beautiful pitch there, right on the outside corner, and Bethany Piercy strikes out for the second time in her 3 at-bats looking. That brings up Shelby Harris with 1 out, nobody on for Jefferson.
Yep, Harris a chance to help herself. This is what she did last inning.
Pitch swung right through by Shelby Harris from Clinton for strike 1. Bottom of the 5th inning.
Did we just see a changeup? I mean, off-speed pitch?
Whatever it was beautiful, Jim.
Yeah, Harris turned and laughed. She knew she got fooled.
Pitch fouled off here by Shelby Harrison. I've always wondered, because I never got the pitch whenever I played baseball, but as a pitcher batting against a pitcher, it would be just a laughing reaction when you're like, dang, you got me.
Yep, got to be a little bit of extra something.
And then do you keep it in the back of your mind to try to get her back with it whenever she's up to bat? Brianna Clinton still pitching for Hedgesville, who trail 4-2. Jefferson up to bat. Shelby Harris, 2 for 2, has a single and a double. Scored in her last time. Oh. This one ripped right back to the pitcher for Hedgesville, who snags it right out of the air. Yeah, Brianna Clinton with a great play.
Clinton gets the last laugh on that. Harris was 0-2 in the count. It was very aggressive. Great swing. Clinton makes the play.
Emily Mason, the catcher, up to bat now. 2 outs. The pitch, a low roller from Clinton for a ball. Clinton not happy with that one, shaking it off, getting the ball back from her catcher, Brenna Collis. Emily Mason, 1 for 2 today as the pitch from Clinton on the inside corner for a strike. In the first inning, Mason grounded out right to the first baseman, and then there in the bottom of the 4th, she got a single and then later scored the tying run as Jefferson now up by 2 in the bottom of the 5th. That pitch from Clinton, low for a ball. So 2 balls, 1 strike here in the bottom of the 5th. 2 out, nobody on base.
Yeah, Mason didn't agree with that strike call.
Clinton's pitch, again, low for a ball. So 3 balls, 1 strike now. Emily Mason trying to bring a little bit of life to the Jefferson Cougars. Brianna Clinton's pitch. Down the middle, called strike.
Yeah, I don't think that was an intentional take. I think the Mason had the green light there. Up 4-2, 3-1 count. She made the decision to sit on it. Count moves full.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. Payoff pitch for Clinton. Called strike 3. She gets the second strikeout looking here in this half inning, and that'll end the 5th. So no hits, no runs, nobody on base. Enter the top of the 6th. Jefferson 4, Hedgesville 2. Let's take a 1-minute break. This is high school softball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Having trouble getting your house sold? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as the #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Phone 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
Back here at Jefferson High School. It is the top of the 6th inning. Jefferson leads 4-2 over Hedgesville. I just looked at my phone, and even though Talk Radio WRNR is a Nationals affiliate, also follows WVU Sports a lot, and saw that Orioles pitcher and ace John Means against the Mariners today pitched a no-hitter. Yeah, his first of his career.
And you're trying to accuse me of jinxing something because I might have said something in the 7th inning I'm not supposed to say, apparently.
Well, I guess Matt Miller scores a point in that the broadcast jinx does not work. Maybe it's because we aren't broadcasting that game. We're here.
That could be.
That could be. We'll have to look into that one as we get ready to start the top of the 6th inning. Pitch from Harris to Avery Connor for a ball.
Yeah, Harris has some swagger. She brought the heat outside, but still very aggressive. That's what you want to see pitching right now late in the game.
So 1 ball, no strike here. Avery Connor scored in her last time at bat, and she grounds that one right by the first baseman for a leadoff single in the top of the 6th.
Yep, slap swing. Piercy couldn't handle it. Ends up with a leadoff base runner. Tough situation.
Brianna Clinton up to bat now for Hedgesville. The pitcher had a sac bunt in her last at bat. This one pops it up to the first base dugout, and catching it is Emily Mason. So the runner will remain at first. Great play by Jefferson's catcher there for the first out.
Yeah, good rotation, too. Piercy came after it. LaGreco made the move to cover first. Good rotation by the defense. Good put out.
Faith Cooper up to bat. Let's see if she can get her second home run of the year. The pitch from Harris, high for a ball. So 1 ball, no strike, 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Runner on first for Hedgesville is Avery Connor.
Yeah, tough part of the order here for Harris.
Harris's pitch right down the middle, popped up. It looks like it might be coming to us. Get ready to die for it, Jim.
There it is.
You missed it.
Just a bit outside.
Fouled off. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out now. I know it would have been tough to die for you since we got a table in front of us, but I believed in you.
I had too much tape on me. I could not get up in time.
That's true. You probably taped yourself to the bleachers as well for how much of my Scotch tape you've used. But hey, it's last since volleyball, so the pitch from Harris. Called a ball. So 2 balls, 1 strike here, 1 out. Faith Cooper struck out in her first at bat and then singled in her second.
Yeah, and I have no problem at this part of the lineup. And you don't want to groove anything.
It's the pitch from Harris. Chopper right in front of her. Trying to get over to first is Cooper, but throwing it is Harris to the first baseman for out number 2. So 2 outs, and that'll be a fielder's choice as Avery Connor advanced to second.
New batter.
Elizabeth Myers will now be up to bat.
No, we've got a sub here. We've got to change the lineup.
Excuse me, you are correct. That is Shaylee Darlington up to bat.
Yeah, interesting situation with Myers and her RBI potential.
Shaylee Darlington, a sophomore for Hedgesville. The pitch from Harris, high for a ball. Big leadoff as soon as that pitch went by Avery Connor. Let's see if an attempt will be made. This next pitch from Emily Mason to pick her off. Here's the pitch from Harris, swinging right through it is Darlington. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, runner on second. 2-run lead for Jefferson, who's trying to give Hedgesville its first loss as the pitch from Harris is high. So 2 balls, 1 strike now. Shelby Harris trying to get a win for Jefferson as this one fouled off by Darlington over towards the cars on the first base side. So the count now 2-2 with 2 out.
Great aggressive pitching. And Harris has really calmed down, pitching crisp, clean.
Harris's pitch right down the middle, swing and a miss. Darlington goes down. First strike, number 3. That'll be the end of the top of the 6th. So 1 hit, but no runs, 1 left on base. The end of the top of the 6th. Jefferson still leads 4-2 over Hedgesville. Let's take a 1-minute break, and we'll come back for the bottom of the 6th. This is high school softball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
WVU Medicine introduces a new minimally invasive hysterectomy surgery to our area. V-Notes is an advanced gynecologic technique that provides many benefits to patients, such as shorter hospital stays, less post-operative pain, faster recoveries, and no visible scars. Dr. Aaron Miller and Dr. Lori Tucker with WVU Medicine OBGYN in Martinsburg are the only OBGYNs in the Baltimore, Washington metropolitan area currently offering this cutting-edge procedure. WVU Medicine, the future of surgery is here.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all. And Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars, too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Bottom of the 6th we go. Dalton, Tucker, and Guy will be due up for Jefferson, who leads 4-2. This is Colin McLaughlin. Alongside me is Jim Klein. Cameraman is Donald Kinney. Back at the studio, hopefully safe and sound, is Matt Crawford along with Matt Miller. Brianna Clinton still in the pitcher's circle for Hedgesville as this one chopped right to the shortstop, throwing it over to first for the out on the first pitch. So down goes Dalton, 6-3. Great play there by Emma Turner, who was able to scoop it up and fire it over to Darlington.
Yeah, Dalton ran one out earlier. She had a lot of hustle, but boy, she hit that. She smoked that to the shortstop, fielded cleanly, great throw to first.
That brings up Riley Tucker. In her last at bat, she had that wild bunt that ended up in a triple. Pitch from Clinton, a slow one, popping it up to the right side. Let's see if it stays fair. It's hooking, being caught there by the right fielder, who makes a great play for out number 2. So 2 pitches, 2 outs for Brianna Clinton.
And that was a bailout play by the right fielder.
It's Katie Fox able to hustle over there and get it just before I believe it would have landed fair.
She jogged a half a mile for that one, and she bailed out Clinton, because you're right. If that lands in fair territory, she might have a stand-up double.
Kendall Guy up the bat. Third pitch, grounder to the second baseman, firing it over. 3 pitches, 3 up, 3 down. Quickest inning that you can have. And we're going to go to the top of the 7th. Jefferson still up 4-2 over Hedgesville. Let's take a 1-minute break, and then we'll get to the top of the 7th. This is high school softball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
Babe, I'm hungry.
Where do you want to go?
I don't know. You pick.
Chinese?
No, not feeling it.
Mexican?
No, we just had that over the weekend.
You pick.
Let's go to the Cider Press restaurant. They have a new smoker burger. I think you'd really like it.
The Cider Press restaurant inside Taylor's Farm Market has what you're craving, where the food is fresh and you feel right at home. Exit 5 right off I-81 in Inwood, or online at ciderpressdeliandgrill.com.
Welcome back to Jefferson High School. Top of the 7th. Hedgesville needs 2 to tie to stay alive, trying to keep its perfect season alive. Jefferson trying to improve to 8-4. Will be Collis up to bat for Hedgesville, and Shelby Harris still on the mound for Jefferson. The pitch fouled up and into the first base side, almost hitting a couple spectators who decided to run away out of their chairs, but since they ran away, they almost ran into where the ball landed, Jim.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. The wind is doing freaky things this afternoon.
Collis doubled in her last at bat. The pitch from Harris, almost swinging but able to hold back, was Collis, so the count now 1-1. Shelby Harris and Brianna Clinton were going back and forth through 3, and then in the 4th, runners came home. Score now 4-2 is that pitch from Harris. A ball, so 2-1 is the count. Collis 1 for 2 this evening. Here's the pitch from Harris, fouling it into the netting behind the backstop, so the count now 2-2. Collis coming into today batting .438. She is a sophomore for Hedgesville. Here's the pitch, fouled off right over top of our heads, out of play. So the count will remain 2-2 here in the top of the 7th.
Yeah, Collins is aggressive. She's protecting the plate. Might have been a bit out of the zone. 2-2 count though. She's got to make up her mind and go for it.
Protecting the plate well as the pitch from Harris. Rip down that left side and just foul. That would have been a great start for Hedgesville in the top of the 7th, but Collis unfortunate to keep it fair. So the count remains 2-2, and she has to come back here to the right box to take another pitch from Shelby Harris. Region 2 action here in Class AAA.
Harris with a little uniform adjustment. Ready to come back in here. 2-2 count.
Pitch grounded right through, past the pitcher of Harris, in between second and shortstop. That'll be a leadoff single for Collis. Try to get the 7th inning rally going for the Lady Eagles.
And Collis had a lot of looks and had aggressive turn.
Jordan Williams, the third baseman, up to bat. She is 0 for 2 today. Before coming into today, she was 4 for 4 on the season. 4-2's the score still. Jefferson leads. Pitch swung right through by Williams from Harris for strike 1. Last at bat for Williams. She struck out. Harris's second pitch here, fouling it off, is Williams. So staying at first is Collis.
Good aggressive cuts. She's being aggressive. She's swinging hard. She makes a little bit of contact. She's going to have an opportunity to put the ball in play.
Shelby Harris, chance for her 8th strikeout of the game. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. She gets that 8th K. 1 out now, 2 more, and the game will be over if Hedgesville can't get 2 more runs.
Yeah, Harris is feeling it. She's bringing the heat, pitching very aggressively.
Alana Ortega up to bat. She is 0 for 2 as well. The 8th batter in the lineup for Hedgesville. The pitch from Harris inside almost hits Ortega at the knees as she had to flinch for ball 1. Hedgesville started the top of the 7th with a leadoff single from Collis. After that was Williams with a strikeout, and we're now at Ortega. Pitch from Harris, high and inside for ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes now. Not sure what the pitch count is for Shelby Harris, but it's very different compared to baseball because it's less strenuous on the arms. As this pitch low and in the dirt for ball 3, so 3-0 is the count now. Top of the 7th inning. Harris slowing the game down now, taking a deep breath, and her pitch high, ball 4, so a base on balls, the first out of both sides here in the top of the 7th.
Yeah, not an opportune time for Harris to give the free pass. The back end of the lineup had been struggling for Hedgesville.
We have a timeout called here by Desiree Waters for Jefferson's head coach. Score 4-2 with 1 out. It'll be runners on first and second. The 9th batter in Hedgesville's lineup, the most dangerous, Ashlyn Ruest. Waiting to see here as we wait to resume action. It is a full meeting for Jefferson, who's trying to improve to 8-4 and give Hedgesville its first loss of the season, Jim.
Yeah, Ruest is, statistically the most dynamic offensive player for Hedgesville, but today she struggled a little bit at the plate. It'll be interesting to see if she has the ability to get something going here now. We got 1 out, runners on first and second. If there were ever a time when your hot player could bring the team to life, it's right now.
Yeah, Ruest coming into today leads Hedgesville in runs with 12. Hits, she's second with 12, and then leads with batting average of .857 as the first pitch from Harris in for a ball. But as Jim just said, Ruest 0 for 2 today. There's runners on first and second. This pitch high for a ball as well.
Well, this
So a little bit of sloppiness now.
Yeah, this is the makings of what Coach Waters said, I think, in your pregame interview. Did an outstanding job, Colin. She talked about striving for consistency. You know, they had the blow-up inning in the fourth where they gave up 2.
Pitch here inside, almost hitting the right foot of Ruest, but she quickly got it out of the way. So 3-0 is the count here again. Now one more ball, bases will be loaded with 1 out.
Yes,
a timeout called here by Jefferson's catcher.
7 straight balls. Tough, very tough situation here.
Yep, Emily Mason just trying to calm down Shelby Harris, who has 8 strikeouts so far, only 1 ball, but has given up 2 runs this evening. As Mason comes back behind home plate. Stepping into the right-handed batter's box again is Ashlyn Ruest. 3 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Here's the pitch from Shelby Harris, right down the middle for a strike.
Taken all the way. I don't think she had any intention of pulling that bat off of her shoulder after 7 consecutive balls. Be very interesting to see what happens right now. 3-1 hitters count.
Here's the second pitch. Fouled off, so a full count now to Ashlyn Ruest. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. It is Ortega on first, Collis on second for Hedgesville, who trail by 2 in the top of the 7th. There's his payoff pitch. Just high it looked like, so another walk loads the bases for Hedgesville. So 1 out, bases loaded. Top of the lineup for Hedgesville, Emma Turner, who is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts this evening. 4-2 is the score. All the runs from both teams came in that 4th inning. Shelby Harris's pitch, fouling it off. Here on the third base side is Turner for strike 1.
Yeah, so coach gives the green light after 8 balls and to 1 strike. Turner comes up batting .333 again coming into this game with a first pitch tough cut.
Shelby Harris back in the pitcher circle, swinging her arm. Here's the pitch. It is in left field. It is high and just foul, bouncing in front of the fence. That could have been dangerous if it was fair.
Turner's a confident player. She comes in swinging at the first 2 pitches. She wants to bust this game open.
Now she'll have to protect the plate down 0-2 with 1 out. Bases loaded for Hedgesville. Emma Turner gets the pitch from Harris, high for a ball. She takes a deep breath and steps out of that left-handed batter's box.
Yeah, Turner's way up in the box. Like Turner, she thinks that she's got the bat speed to compete with Harris. She's standing on the front line of the batter's box.
Shelby Harris trying to get her 9th strikeout. That one line to the second baseman. Double play attempt. And safe is the call from the on-field umpire. That one was ripped right to the second baseman, Ashlyn Logrecu, who fired it over to first with Bethany Piercy, but sliding back in was Ruest just in time. But now 2 outs, Hedgesville still down 2, down to the final out of the inning.
Jefferson cheating up.
Avery Connor up to bat. Here's the pitch, grounding it to the shortstop. She's going to throw it to third, and that will be the end of the game. Jefferson victorious over Hedgesville. Hedgesville now has its first loss on the season as well. Final score 4-2. Jefferson wins here at home. They improve to 8-4 overall. Let's take a 2-minute break. When we come back, we will look at the stats and start to wrap things up for the postgame show. Again, Jefferson wins over Hedgesville by a final score of 4-2. A 2-minute break. This is high school softball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Heffley Motor Company, serving the Eastern Panhandle for over 17 years. Known for our wide variety of vehicles at great prices, we are the area's only pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer.
Save yourself time and money. Come see us. You'll be glad you did.
And don't forget our popular detailing service to keep your car looking brand new. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local, why not buy local? Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
All right, Matt, when it comes to flooring, you can't beat luxury vinyl. It's waterproof, easy to clean and maintain, extremely durable, and looks great.
Are you nuts? Hardwood flooring's the way to go. It's durable, easy to maintain, matches every decor, and increases the value of your home instantly.
All right, one thing we can agree on is Tripp's Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring. They'll take care of you with great selection, service, and pricing.
Whether it's hardwood or luxury vinyl, call Trips at 304-229-7009.
Or visit TrippsFloorSanding.com.
Carpal tunnel syndrome affects 13 million Americans and left untreated can cause long-term debilitation. WVU Medicine Jefferson Medical Center recently became the first hospital in the region to offer carpal tunnel release with ultrasound guidance using the new Sonex Health SX1 microknife. CTR surgery is an outpatient procedure and most patients return to normal activities within 3 to 6 days. For more info, contact WVU Medicine Board Certified Orthopedic Surgeon Brad Wright at 304-725-2663.
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Having trouble getting your house sold? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as the #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Phone 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
As the Lady Cougars victorious over the Hedgesville Eagles by a final score of 4-2. So Jefferson improves to 8-4 overall. Hedgesville now picks up its first loss. They are now 6-1. This is Colin McLaughlin. Alongside me is Jim Klein. Our cameraman is Donald Kinney. Back at the studio is Matt Miller and Matt Crawford. And it started out as that pitcher's duel, like you said, Jim, but there in the 4th inning, Hedgesville got 2 runs, and then Jefferson responded with 4 of their own.
Yeah, it was a tale of 2 pitchers. Only when I'm thinking about 2 pitchers, I'm actually thinking about Harris. Harris was a dominant pitcher, defensive player, innings 1 through 3. In the 4th inning, she got a little bit rattled. But then that first pitcher came back, innings 5 through 7. Little bit of trouble there in the 7th, but she managed to fight back and eventually prevail.
Let's take another 1-minute break, and when we come back, we'll wrap things up here on the post-game show. Again, final score, Jefferson 4, Hedgesville 2, a 1-minute break. This is high school softball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Remember that last trip to the auto mechanic?
I also think your solenoid gasket is bad.
What?
Yep, that'll be another $500.
Forget that and go to D&N Auto Specialist at 230 Tavern Road, Martinsburg, where honesty is their best policy. Serving the Eastern Panhandle since 1974, D&N Auto is family-owned and operated, specializing in exhaust alignments and tires. From general maintenance to major overhauls, they'll treat you right. Call D&N Auto Specialist at 304-267-4078. This is Matt Miller, along with my wife, Dale.
As homeowners, we've been through the mortgage process several times, and each time we went to Mark and Cheryl Savitt at the Mortgage Center.
They treat you like family with personal one-on-one service, walking with you through the process from application to settlement.
Plus, low interest rates and closing costs.
The Mortgage Center is on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Phone 304-267-9040.
Or online at mortgagefinancing.com. NMLS number 237527, equal housing lender.
Here at Jefferson High School, Jefferson Lady Cougars win by a final score of 4-2 over the Hedgesville Lady Eagles here for high school softball. This is Colin McLaughlin. Alongside me is Jim Klein. Cameraman Donald Kinney. Back at the studio is both Matts for Miller Time. You can hear their reaction to today's game on tomorrow's Miller Time at noon for Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Again, the final score here, 4-2. Jefferson defeats Hedgesville. The upcoming broadcasts tomorrow, we got some high school baseball. It will be Jefferson at Musselman with first pitch at 6 p.m. Then on Friday, it's baseball again, Hedgesville at Spring Mills. Hopefully that game gets in. Matt Crawford, I believe, said it's an 80% chance of rain on Friday. But as we saw today, there was rain originally in the forecast. It ended at around 10 a.m. We were able to get the game in, and what a great game it was, Jim. 4-2, the pitcher's duel, and then a slew of runs in the 4th, but nothing after that.
No, and Coach Ford, he talked a little bit about defense, patience at the plate, and some solid pitching. And what ended up happening is the patience at the plate kind of fell through. The back of the lineup, based on the outstanding stats that we have, 1 base runner and 7 at-bats, and that was a hit by pitch in the last 4 batters for Hedgesville. The patience at the plate maybe didn't pay off like they would have expected with all of the base runners that they had. They finished the game with 5 hits.
All right, that's going to wrap things up for us. The next game for both teams, Hedgesville will have one tomorrow against Frankfort, and Jefferson's next game is Monday at Spring Mills. That is the next scheduled softball broadcast that we have as well. Final score again, 4-2. Jefferson defeats Hedgesville. I'd like to thank both teams' head coaches, Desiree Waters, as well as Matt Fort. I'd like to thank the athletic directors as well, Bill Stewart and Aaron Whitford. For Jim Klein, Donald Kinney, Matt Miller, and Matt Crawford, I am Colin McLaughlin signing off here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Again, the final score, Jefferson 4, Hedgesville 2. This has been high school softball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Have a good night, everyone.
You've been listening to West Virginia High School Baseball. Today's game broadcast has been brought to you by
Smallwood and Small Insurance, Thomas Miller Agent, Administrative Drive, Martinsburg. Cider Press Restaurant, Exit 5, Inwood. Trips Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring in Inwood. Chris Ross with Milestone Realty, Tavern Road, Martinsburg. The Mortgage Center in the Aiken Center, Martinsburg. Dynamark Atlantic Security, your local alarm professional. Ollie's VIP Northside, Veronica Drive, Martinsburg. Art McBee Insurance, Martinsburg and Berkeley Springs. D&N Auto Specialists, off Tavern Road, Martinsburg. And Heffley Motors, HeffleyMotorCompany.com.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and Major League Baseball, keep it tuned to FM 106.5, AM 740, Comcast Cable Channel 10, and online talkradiowrnr.com. All rights reserved.